I'm definitely towards Errol. I just feel like Errol, even though we haven't seen him in 3 years now, I think he still has more than enough to beat Tim. Yeah, I know you heard everything I said, so
I told him to his face.
yeah,
You know what I mean? But
yeah.
it's cool and it's okay. Like, hey, you're a great fighter, but I think he's gonna win.
A shout out to Earl for stepping in and saying, nope, I don't know easy bag. I want a real fighter. So he's taking on a guy who's been active. I mean, once again, if he beats Tim Tszyu.
Errol Spence versus Tim Tszyu was being talked about as a possible one-sided beatdown, but not in the way some fans think. Most experts are leaning towards Spence being the one who controls and dominates the fight.
Errol Spence is a boxing brother to me. He's somebody that I have a lot of respect for his fight game, how he approached the fights, and just how he's carried himself. And again, he's made mistakes and he's open about that because he's a very, very solid man. He's just a solid guy, right? And he's got morals, he's got principles, and I've seen him operate that way throughout his career.
Terrence Crawford gave his take on Errol Spence versus Tim Tszyu, and he leaned toward Errol winning the fight. That matters because Crawford knows Spence better than almost anyone. He has already shared the ring with him, studied his style, felt his pressure, and seen what kind of fighter Errol is up close. So, when Crawford says he thinks Spence can beat Tim, it is not just a random prediction. It comes from real experience. Crawford understands that people are questioning Errol after their fight, but he also knows one loss does not erase the things Spence does well. The pressure, the body attack, the strength, and the way he can break fighters down are still dangerous if Errol comes back healthy and focused.
I mean, I don't know what Tszyu has to do, but, and I don't care what Tszyu has to do, because I'm with Spence. So.
I know.
But I think for Errol, Errol just has to be Errol, You got to get back to what got him to where he's supposed to be, Errol, he has one defeat, and that's against Terrence Crawford.
Spence knows how to apply pressure without rushing, attack the body, control distance, and slowly break fighters down round after round. He is not just a big name. He is a former unified champion with experience at the highest level. Tim Tszyu is tough, strong, and dangerous, but experts believe Spence's pressure and body work could take over as the fight goes on. If Errol gets into rhythm, Tim may struggle to keep him off, and that is where the fight can start becoming one-sided. So, when people say this could be a beatdown, they mean Spence might remind everyone why he was once one of the most feared fighters in boxing.
I know you're gonna be over there, yeah.
I'm gonna be supporting Spence, rooting him on. I just like to support, fighters in his own right.
Andre Ward and Roy understand what championship-level pressure looks like. They know Spence is coming back with questions around him, but they also know what made him dangerous before the Crawford loss. The body work, the pressure, the strength, the discipline, and the way he breaks fighters down over rounds are all still serious weapons if Errol comes in sharp.
But it's also Tim Tszyu is a guy who slipped a little bit. He's had, his last 3 or 4 fights have not been the greatest. You see some wear and tear. You see the punishment starting to add up in his career. And this is a strategic fight for Errol. Errol seeing that and saying, okay, well, he's taking some damage. And then I had my last fight and I've been off. Before I get into the interview, I know you spent some time with Errol and, had a chance to talk to him and been around him as he was trying to figure out what he was going to do next and if he was going to come back to the sport of boxing. He's back July 25th against Tim Tszyu. What are your initial thoughts when you see him fighting again and when you see him fighting a guy like the likes of Tim Tszyu?
Shout out to him for taking a fight of this magnitude right away after being off for 3 years. Tim has slipped a little bit. Tim has had some unfortunate situations as well, who's been active, not been at the top, not having the best outcome, but he's been highly active and he's highly dangerous. So that's a great thing, and I'm so glad that Errol getting back in the game because that just always adds for more excitement in that division.
Tim Tszyu is tough, active, and confident, but Ward and Roy seem to believe Spence has the better overall style to control him. If Errol gets into a rhythm, keeps pushing forward, and starts touching the body early, Tim could have a hard time keeping him off. So, according to Ward and Roy, this is not the fight where people should count Errol out. They believe Spence can come back and remind everyone why he was once one of the most feared fighters in boxing.
I don't know. I'm interested in the Spence fight because in this fight, he still would put some, take something off the shots and then boom, finish with a sharp shot to the body, a real sharp shot to the body, or a real heavy left hook, nice uppercut.
From
here
my
and there.
knowledge, I heard Errol Spence doesn't drink anymore, which is also a plus. He settled that down and looks like the weight melted off him. He looks very lean, very focused, as he should be, because really it's a crossroads fight for him and Tim Tszyu. Tim Tszyu has taken some losses, been stopped by Fundora, by Murtazaev. So this is kind of must-win territory for both fighters. So I like it.
Sean Porter, alongside Anthony Antibrenna, Sean Zittel, and Ryan Hafey broke down Errol Spence's comeback against Tim Tszyu. In their view, it's hard to keep Spence off when he is in rhythm. So, he is not looking at Errol like just another fighter coming off a loss. He understands that if Spence is healthy, sharp, and locked in, he still has the style to make this fight very difficult for Tim.
From what I've seen from each of their last fights, Spence 3 years ago against Terrence, and again, it's against Terrence Crawford, he'll make you not look good. He'll make you not quite look like what you are. But I still think Tszyu is a little sharper punch for punch. The sharp punches he would put together off his combinations, they still look sharper than Errol. But the interesting thing is, Errol Spence, I think, is bigger than him. Even though he's never officially fought at 154, I think Errol's a bigger man than him once he gets up to 54. And the main problem for Tim Tszyu against Errol is going to be that jab. What does he do against that busy, constant jab
Errol
on Errol's side?
Right?
Yeah, Errol just keeping that jab in his face.
I think that's going to be a good fight, man. Everybody just sleeping on my man Spence, man. I think Spence going to do what he's supposed to do, man. And then he fight a guy that can really fight. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that, he's a good boxer, nothing, but he comes to fight. You know what I mean? So this is going to be a good test for Spence, I think. And I think Spence going to do well.
Now he's with a new trainer. He left there, and now he's with Ronnie too.
Ronnie, he was one of the best.
Falling down, you can take the shots after the car thing. You know what I'm saying? How well, like, are you damaging your body? I don't know. We will see when he fights. I don't know. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. No, I mean, people are excited for it, but in the same time, a lot of people say that Errol Spence is in a different league than a Tim Tszyu. But Tim Tszyu, I mean,
Tim Tszyu can fight. And Tim Tszyu's in a good league too. He ain't in a bad league. Tim Tszyu can fight.
There you go.
But I think that what they're trying to do is if they can beat Tim Tszyu, they're gonna go after what's the tall kid's name again?
Fundora.
Yeah.
So for Mosley, the question is not whether Spence was great before.
Man, is he all the way ready? I mean,
Looking good, strong with he's working with Rodney Shields right now.
Okay, but is he really? He's strong, hitting the bag and stuff. But what about receiving?
The receipts, yeah, I don't know.
What about the receipts? How's his body gonna take the receipts? And we see how they look getting hit. I mean, hitting. What about getting hit back?
Yeah, this ain't a body show.
I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, we'll see.
Some people really believe in Spence in this fight. I mean, actually, Robert Garcia is kind of insinuating similar things that you're saying. You know, is he really the Errol Spence we know?
But they also understood why people are asking questions. Spence has been out, took a serious loss to Crawford, and now he is coming back.